This is how you can print your own CD at home, including the graphic on the CD itself in 2023. And so first thing you need to do is create a playlist here, and I'm using an Apple, and I'm using iTunes or Apple Music. And basically all you do is drag your files into the playlist section here, and then you want to give it a title because the title is going to show up on the CD. And then make sure all of your tracks are labeled accordingly. You can also edit the info on all the tracks by choosing Get Info and just enter all the information that you can. And then also, if you select multiple tracks at once, you can enter multiple bits of data simultaneously. So from there, you also need a CD that's capable of being printed on. And I am using these, which are available at Office Max and Office Depot. CD is now closed, waiting for it to be recognized in the machine. And then from there, we can go ahead and click Burn Playlist to Disk. And so here we have the options. We do want to include the CD text. I'm using maximum possible speed. You can choose the amount of seconds in between tracks. Burn. So this takes probably 5 to 10 minutes. This is a longer album. This is a full-length album. And then from there, it's automatically going to want to boot back up into the iMac or the Apple. And from there, we would eject it, and we're going to stick it into the printer. So it's finished burning, and you can see the title is there, as well as all the track names, as well as artist information and album information. So now we are in Canon's Easy Photo Print Editor, and we simply select Disk Labels, and we simply select either one of the templates, and you can add various fonts and text and imagery, or you can just choose your own customized one. And I have the discs that can be printed all the way to the hub, so I can go ahead and select the small version, small inner circle. This software has been updated since I used it last, and so yours may look a little bit different. And then from there you can choose things like text, you can add stamps, you can add images, you can mess with the image, you can add templates, and you have some advanced features. This is, I guess, messing with the inner diameter. So, in my case, I already have actually a previous piece of work because you can save these. So I would choose your items, and there's 3 items I have in there. And so another thing is when you're doing these, a lot of times you might have to re-edit the fonts on the original graphics to fit better with the CD. So from here I would choose Next, and I can select the correct size here, 120 by 120 mm, and then I can add additional fidelity boost potentially, choosing Best. And from here, since I have this model of Canon, which is a PixMa, I choose Print because it's going to engage the CD print tray. So it automatically pulls in this little tray on the bottom, and then when it's ready, it says to place a printable disc into the multi-purpose tray. And you'll want to pull this tray out prior to having the tray go inside here because it's a little more difficult to get out. And then once you have this engaged, which you simply put the CD into the tray, and you slightly press this back to make it fit nice and snug, you would want to go in here and go right up to the little arrows, match them up, and it kind of stops just a little bit, and you don't have to force it because it's going to go in automatically. And then we select OK. It goes in and begins printing. And that's kind of what it sounds like when it's working. So it's starting to come out about a minute later. And it's finished. There is the final product to go with our little stack. Comes out pretty good. And of course, I'm letting it dry for a minute, and I'm going to put it in a case.